Hello, my viewers. This is your host, 5 minutes or less review, and coming to you live with another episode. I know I've not been here on YouTube for a while, just been busy, but something really touched my heart, and I wanted to respond to it. Now, I know by now everybody already know what's going on. It's been buzzing all over. This morning, from the moment I woke up, I'm like, oh goodness gracious, people are talking about this stuff. And I wanted to give my own 2 cents on the issue. It's concerning a stepdad that wasn't invited to a graduation party. Now, I know you can find out what transpired on your own, I'm sure you can. And we are only hearing from the stepdad's position. I wish I could have heard from the mother's position or from the daughter's position on what is going on. But the gist of it is this: that the man has been with the family, the woman and her child, ever since the child was 4 months old. He then proceeded to marry the woman when the child turned 2, and he's been there ever since, providing for that family. Her dad also might be in the picture from the way I'm looking at it. And so when she was graduating, I think from high school, she had 8 tickets, which she decided to give to all her family related people except her stepdad. He didn't get anything. But that's not the kicker. The kicker is that he's a truck driver and he decided to take some time off just for this graduation, to be there, to support her during this situation. And he wasn't given one. So basically, he took time off, and he's not going to get that time off. He's not going to get that money back. He's not going to get that time back. But that's not what's really hurting him. What's really hurting him is that he was never considered to be a part of that child's life, or to be part of the enjoyment process of accomplishments when it came to that child, especially when it comes to graduation. So he took matters into his own hands and decided to remove the daughter from a lot of things, from insurance and some other stuff like that he had. He was basically paying for. He said enough is enough. Everything that was just tied to him, to some degree, he was cutting off. I think so. A couple of things he has cut off as of his writing. Now, please go ahead and go to TikTok and then find out what he actually said. I'm not the best person to give you that information. However, I'm just going to give my own 2 cents, like I said earlier on during this podcast. Let's first of all, before I give my own 2 cents, I just want to just have an understanding of what a stepdad is. Stepdad is a guy who stepped up for the kids. Basically, a guy who decided that he was going to take some time to take care of another person's child. They are only related by love, by care, by understanding, show of affection, not by DNA. That's what a stepdad is. Someone whom you're not related to but acts like a father figure to you, who's been there, both financially, morally, and emotionally. These are all definitions of a stepdad. And sometimes the truth of the matter is that we kind of fall out with some of these people from time to time. After all, we're only human. It's essential. I say this to say this. I hope you caught what I just said. By leaving him out of the equation when it comes to celebrations like this, it definitely sends a very strong message to him. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to be frank with anybody. If I've been there helping you, encouraging you, I've been the person, let's just give you a scenario. I've been that person that when situation was bad, I've always been there. Come rain, come sunshine, I knew I had a duty to you. When you had doubts, I made sure I helped you gain confidence in yourself. When you were in trouble, I put myself on the line to make sure that you were out of it. When you needed money, I made sure that you had that money. As your friend, if I'm doing all of this stuff to help you out, and you finally make it, don't you think I should be one of the very first people that should be part of your celebration of something you've achieved? If I've been doing all of these things to help you, make sure you survive, make sure that you achieve things, make sure you succeed, and then you turn around when you've succeeded and kick me to the dust. You turn around and forget me when you're celebrating your achievement. That's a slap to the face. There's no higher form of disrespect than that. Let me put it like this for you. Even if you call this person and say, listen, let's go out and celebrate. I just got my first job. I want to celebrate with you. And the person said, you know what? I feel you. But right now, I'm in the middle of something. I will not be able to be there. Why don't we put it for Tuesday and we can celebrate then? You know, just me and you. But you want to go ahead and celebrate today. That's okay. Because you've already spoken to me. I'm not able to make it. You know, for him, for the stepfather in this situation, to hear that his stepdaughter was graduating, take the time to put some time off so that he can be there and not get a ticket to the graduation. It's an insult. Right? It's an insult. Now, I don't know whether I said this, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood what is at stake here. She had 8 tickets. The stepdaughter had 8 tickets. The wife got one. The wife's sisters got one. That's basically her aunties. One of her auntie's boyfriend got one. I think so. And some other people got one. Like, every person that got one to be there is blood related except the boyfriend of one of the aunties. I think one of the boyfriends, or the boyfriend or her boyfriend. I don't know which one it is. But a boyfriend was basically got a ticket to get in there. Except this stepdad. Now here's another thing again. I want you to consider. The stepdad is a truck driver. And you know that truck drivers tend to have, I don't know how to put it, this off and on kind of business where they are on the road for a couple of days or a month or whatever it is, then they come back. You know? That's probably how he's been doing things in order to survive or whatever it is. I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They're always on the road. And this man has been taking the time to make sure that this baby got enough food to eat at home, because she still lives with him, and her mother, providing for them. And then for a celebration, she forgets to actually send him an invite, to give him a ticket to come in. The man who is basically putting roof over your head. Now, I don't care what kind of problems they're having. I do not care what kind of situation they're having. But if somebody has been there for you, at least give the stepdad an opportunity to decline the invitation. You know? At least give your stepdad the opportunity to decline the invitation. At least he can say no. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter what's happening at home. I know some people have come up with ideas that probably there is some kind of abuse and blah blah blah. I don't think so. I think the only person being abused is the stepdad. Because let me be frank with you. People who are abusive, they don't get left out. They should be left out of so many things, but many of the times in this country, they don't get left out of anything. In other countries, I don't think they get left out. People who are abusive, they never get left out. You have to basically leave them totally. It's often people who provide, people who are quiet, people who are nice that get left out. People forget because they don't make noise too much. They just provide. They're just there to clean up your mess. You barely see them, but they're quietly in the background helping you out, doing this, doing that. But because they don't make too much noise, so put all the attention on me, you end up forgetting that they exist. That's what I think happened here. Now, some people have said that his response to this situation is way out of line. That he shouldn't have cut her off from everything that he had her on. I have that understanding too. That he shouldn't have been so quick to cut her off. So quickly. I don't think he should have done that. What he would have done is sit her down and tell her, listen, I am very annoyed that you did this. And when you did this, you showed me just how little you care about me. She and her mother need to hear this. Because what I'm thinking is going on in his household is that while he's on the road, the father, the biological father, has been coming over and been sleeping with the mother. I think that's what has been going on. With this man being on the road so a lot. I think that's what has been going on. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. So I think it's about time the stepdad spoke to both women in his life and let them know that it's time for them to leave. They've benefited enough from him. Now I'm praying that the court does not simply say, oh, he has to continue paying whatever support to that child. I don't think he owes that baby anything. And I'm praying that her own father is also on child support. But if that man has been providing for that family, which I think he's been, as a truck driver, you're making a lot of bank. It's very, very unfortunate for them to have done that to him. Anyway, that's my own 2 cents. I'm done with this conversation. If you have any comments regarding it, just leave it in the comments below. I'll get to it when I can get to it. But until the next episode, this is your guy, 5 minutes or less, signing out in under 15 minutes. Hello. Alright now, take it easy.